We want you to tell us a lot more about Kashmir, about how people can be drawn to this land, not just as tourists also, but the development that has already happened and the potential for more development that is available in this land.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So nice of you. It's always a pleasure to talk a person like of your, caliber and all. See, I tell you one thing. All I believe as a social activist and as an, like a citizen of this country, and then being a local Kashmiri here, what actually is like there are so many things which we are and entirely our entire team is working on that. That first and foremost is the perspective of Kashmir. The perspective of Kashmir is like I always tell my friends from day one that it is better to visit Kashmir than to see Kashmir from your cozy rooms on especially on the televisions, because all these media with respect to all the media guys and media people, like debating and discussing Kashmir and all that, but that's not the Kashmir. That is not the Kashmir, because I always tell only one thing: Kashmir has to be understood, Kashmir has to be seen. Coming to Kashmir, and then if at all we go one by one, if at all a tourist coming to this place has been always an heaven for people coming across the world, especially from the country. And we are trying our level best that the tag what was being put on a Kashmiri as a Kashmir, that we want to remove that as soon as possible, because we are welcoming people. There are a lot of tourists, like you have been visiting so many places, you can see there are a lot of tourists coming to this place. We want them to be the brand ambassadors. I have been actually working along with my whole team. We have been working on talking to people who come to Kashmir, how they feel. Is it the same they have seen on the TV? Like other days, we were discussing, and then people say that we'll make a will and then go to Kashmir. I say this is a totally no to that. Kashmir is heaven, not it's the climate, not only the like the weather, but Kashmir is heaven overall. The people of Kashmir are very hospitable. They are welcoming the tourists. They are welcoming the changes. We recently had the G20. We recently are like Srinagar city is on the on the move. Whole Kashmir is on the go. The first and foremost thing is that what I personally believe, and as in as a social activist or as a citizen of this place, I believe that the first and foremost thing is the business, the economics. We have to put our heads together to see how we can do economics, how we can get business to this place. The more business, the more viability, the more of our youth will go into that. When we talk about youth, it is a big topic, and it's a huge thing when we talk about. But I on the simultaneously on the sad part of it is that we are topping the chart of unemployment. We are a number 2 after Haryana. That is what is worrisome, because we don't want to go these youth hayward and all that, because they are unemployed. We want to create more and more job opportunities. We want to have more and more business here. We want to have more and more people. See, when tourists are coming to this place, then a lot of people get involved, the cab drivers, the shikara walas, the travel agents, the hotel walas, then people working in that industry. It's not like who is owning this. For example, this property is owned by one person, he has 4 or 5 properties, for example. But the amount of employment they generate, that is what is important. Employment generation is very important. That means to do employment generation is all that, like we were talking about skill courses, that is also important to get more and more skill. As far as Kashmir is concerned, the people of Kashmir has been has been considered as one of the top most people who have good brains. Now the time is that you have to utilize that brain. The time has come that I have also some, like, as a Kashmiri, I also feel that okay, and now I need a an open welcome from whole country. I should not be treated as a step son or step brother or step friend. I should be given a warm welcome when I have opened my heart. When I am welcoming you, I should be welcomed by the people who are coming to this place, and especially the people who are sitting at the center. They should also feel that no, this is new Kashmir, and new Kashmiri, a young guy, all these young boys, they can be taken on board with the help of the business and other things. Then tourism is very important. Why? Because tourism is not only the economics. If we talk about GDP, it doesn't contribute that much big, but it gives a message of peace. It gives a message that Kashmir is not the place what we have seen on the televisions and all that, or read on the newspaper. And you know that how social media is so fast nowadays, without happening, and people are making it out of like a mole out of mountain. So what is actually important is that's an important saying that says that mind don't believe what eyes don't see. So better is that let us come, let us see. That Socrates says rightly, I came, I see, I conquer. Let people come. People are coming. We are more than happy. But simultaneously, the other things have to be on track. We have to keep a track on this unemployment. We don't want to top the list. We want to top the list in other things like the good destination, good people, good food around, good thing. We don't want to be called as a we are the number one UT in the or state or whatever in the country that has the most unemployment rate. So the time has come. We have to get things done, especially in the business sector. We have to get more and more people involved in this. I think the government is also involving various foreign investors. But I think there should be one thing, that it should not be confined to all those foundation stones only. It should not be confined to the somebody is coming and making an inauguration and all. It should be done in the letter and spirit, and it should give a message across the youth that something is happening. Like IT is there. IT can be a big changer. IT is a very huge potential. Now everything is coming under. After 10 years, everything AI will replace. Artificial intelligence is going to have, and we have such a good brains in Kashmir who are working all across the country, all across the world, in big IT industries. We want them to come back and contribute at our own place. But most of my friends are working abroad in IT companies and all. I want them to come back because they are the contributors. They are the higher level. They are at a very high level. But at what assurance I should tell them to come back? They need some assurance, and that assurance can't be given by me as a common man. That has to be given by, there should be a policy by the government that we are doing this thing in the IT. There should be a policy regarding the tourism. Like, it should be on the fast track as well, because now things are changing. We have to encash this situation only. It is all about, like, business, and then it's related with tourism. And then very important thing is, what I personally believe is that that's the mindset of the people inside the Kashmir and outside Kashmir, not only inside. Until and unless both the mindset doesn't change, it's not going to work one way. People coming to this place, we have been doing some researches on the tourists who are visiting this place. I don't find any tourist getting annoyed at this place. You see, Kashmir, Srinagar, especially the tourist destinations, all, they are the most safest place when it comes to women. There have been not a single case and single FIR registered by a woman tourist against any local Kashmiri when it comes to eve teasing and other things. So all my sisters who will watch me later, all my sisters, daughters, my friends, they want to come here solo, or they want to come in their groups and all, they're most welcome. This is you can see that, you can check our record. It's not like that I'm saying it on record. There is nothing of that sort. I believe this place is more safer than other places in the country, wherein we talk about safety of women and all other things. Because when a woman traveler, or like my sister will come to this place, then definitely she will tell her whole family what she has learned in Kashmir, how our culture, how rich we are culturally, how many how many arts we have in Kashmir. We want to show it to the world, how the paper mache is done, how the wood carving is done, how the namda work is done, how the this copper work is done, how we make a carpet, how we make a shawl, how we do sozni, how we do ari. For all these things, people have to come. If somebody comes once, he should come again and again. All the other facilities, apart from hospitality, that leave to us. Hospitality you leave to the local people. But the infrastructure has to be get by the government. If there are people from outside Kashmir who want to come down and have a 5-star hotel, 7-star property here and all that, let us welcome them. Why? Because if I cannot make a 5-star hotel, but also let me not stop someone to come and have a... Okay, apart from that, Kashmir is also on the map of this literacy as well. We have some good people coming across the world who have got all the big prizes in the world, and they are sitting at the big shots in the world. Now the thing is that the gap of education is also there very wide. That we have to narrow down that gap. Why? Because Punjab alone, we have around 10 to 20,000 students who are studying in North India. Then we have 10 to 20,000 students who are studying in South India. There is no harm in going and studying and all that. But simultaneously, I want this infrastructure to this place as well. We don't have any private, medical college here. We have only one engineering college here. The time has come when everybody wants to be a doctor, engineer, AI expert, pilot and all that. Those facilities has to be bring down to Kashmir if really we want to see the change. See, I tell you one thing, June 1st, just day before yesterday, we had a temperature around 10 to 15. Now tell me, in entire world, how on earth is it possible that you have such sort of weather? It's only possible in Kashmir. I always tell my friends visiting this place, I tell them we don't have metros, we don't have big malls, but what we have you don't have. That's the weather, that's the beauty, that's the serenity, that's the snow. That even in summer you can go a very near place around 50-60 kilometers where you find snow. You have metros, You have big malls, we don't mind. But what we have, we can tomorrow have metro here, we can tomorrow have big malls here. But what you can't have, that is the weather. In mid of the June, you are in the first week of June, and still you are feeling like you want to sleep in a blanket, and you want to put on jackets and all. So that is what Kashmir is all about for you. Let us all help, like let's all join hands together, and let's all do it, like together as a team, and promote Kashmir as a peace loving place. And I request everyone coming inside Kashmir and people going outside Kashmir, let us say what Kashmir is all about. Kashmir is all about the serenity. It is the best place to visit when it comes to mountains, hill stations, the freshwater lakes and other things. That is very important. But on the other hand side, we have to also understand that every tourist coming to this place will not be civilized. Means he will litter around, he will do. But we don't have to scold him that you are littering. Let us have small teams like we are doing with the green teams and all. Let's have these small teams, and let us not tell him. Let us show him that okay, you are doing littering around. This is the environment. This is a very fragile, because it's a very fragile place when it comes to environment and all. Because we have glaciers, we don't have to forget that we have the glaciers here and around. We don't want them to melt, because if glacier will melt, it will not drown only Kashmir. It is going to drown the whole country and then to the whole world. So we have to take care of that as well. So these are the important things which I, as a common man living in Kashmir all my life, I have been brought up and born here. So this is the like the inner feelings. This is not something what I want to record. This is something what I am speaking my heart out. That is what is very important.